Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. And happy September 1st, everyone. Let's get started with your news. After 110 years, Rockingham Park closes its doors. Let's take a listen to the video.
You can get an oil change today.
Without an appointment, try like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Rockingham Park became a landmark in Salem the day she opened for business in 1906, and people played charitable games right up through the final night. The president and general manager for the past 33 years took a last look around.
Everybody who comes in, and they have a story, and whether it's that they came under the fence to watch the races back in the 50s, or whether their father worked here, or whether they worked here washing dishes at some point, everybody has good memories, and that's what counts.
Horses first rounded the track in 1906. In its heyday in the 1930s, fans from across the country packed the park to see legends like Seabiscuit.
We're off and running.
In the 1950s, the Rock thrived with help from the New Hampshire Lottery, while other tracks struggled. The Great Fire in 1980 closed the track for 4 years, but it came back. The voice of Rockingham Park, John Vitale, called the last race in 2009.
It's sad for a lot of people. A lot of people either have worked here or knew somebody here or grew up around the area. And I remember even as a kid, my father would take me here and we'd stop in to play the double. And I was a small little kid looking up at the big ceilings.
People have been stopping by to bid farewell and share the memories.
My grandparents were jockeys, my mother and my father were jockeys, and I've basically grew up here. I just want to cry. It's the end of an era for the community.
And there are plans to tear down the old buildings and put up a new plaza, likely with restaurants, offices, shops, all the memorabilia, everything inside will be auctioned off right here at the end of September. Live at Rockingham Park, Jean Mackin, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Extreme Exacts outdoor watering banned. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Oil change today.
Without an appointment, try like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Irrigation systems in Exeter will go quiet. In fact, no outdoor water use of any kind will be allowed if the Select Board in Exeter approves Public Works recommendations.
Yes, this is a new situation for us. We haven't had to do this in any recent past.
The Exeter River, in addition to being impacted by dam work, is down several inches in the last few weeks.
And I think as our water levels go down, we're concerned about providing good, safe drinking water.
Exeter has been relying on its surface water, aquifers that provide its wells already impacted by the extreme drought. The restrictions would include well owners, too.
Even if you're on an individual well, you're still drawing from the same aquifer. You're still drawing from the same groundwater supply.
Most water users, especially gardeners, have already seen the impact of the drought and are on board.
You gotta have water to drink and you have to save it.
Total water bans becoming more the rule than the exception on the seacoast.
We're very dry. I think we're historic dry now.
Portsmouth making a similar move next week. Though hand watering of gardens may be allowed, the water flow needed for quality and to meet demand each day setting a record low.
The gauges we track on the rivers that feed the Bellamy Reservoir hit a all-time low yesterday. That's an 80-year low.
Well, there are some conservation measures we can take. This is a rain barrel. They're not that expensive, and they collect pretty readily any amount of rainwater, and you can put water from your dehumidifier in it. And in Portsmouth and some other communities, there's an offer of a hefty rebate if you invest in low-flow appliances like washing machines. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Plastow's artist paints image of deceased addicts during better times. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Oil change today?
Without an appointment, try in like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Well, a New Hampshire mother is using her talent of painting to heal herself and others who've lost a loved one to addiction.
Plastow mother Anne Marie Zanfagna lost her daughter to heroin addiction back in 2014. Since then, she's used her skills to paint her way to raising awareness of the state's heroin problem by depicting addicts who have lost their struggle during happier times. Tonight, she presented an original work to the family of a woman who passed away.
It isn't the sadness of an addict. It's the vibrancy of a healthy person, and that's who they lost. Heroin changes your brain, and that changes everything.
Zanfagna's work was on display at Congressman Frank Ginta's office.
Okay, and there you have it on that report. Neighbor saves chained dog with muzzle taped shut. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Is there any way I can get an oil change today?
Without an appointment, try in like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Trump slams open border policy in long-awaited immigration speech. Let's take a listen to the video on ABC News.
Don't trust a wimpy bag to do a hefty job.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Oh, what a crowd. What a beautiful crowd. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That's a lot of people, Phoenix. That's a lot of people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix. I am so glad to be back in Arizona. This will be a little bit different. This won't be a rally speech per se. Instead, I'm going to deliver a detailed policy address on one of the great...
Okay, he talked about visiting the Mexico president, and also he explained his plan to break the cycle of amnesty and illegal immigration, including building a wall. Five killed after two small planes collided in mid-air, Alaska officials say. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Don't trust a wimpy bag to do a hefty job.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
If you want to turn to some breaking news out of Alaska tonight, a deadly mid-air plane crash. Two small commercial planes carrying a total of 5 people somehow collided in the air over western Alaska. The Alaska National Guard helicopter rushed to the rescue. However, they found all 5 passengers had perished.
Okay, and that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. See you back here later on. Goodbye, everyone.